Today is November 2nd. Today's quote is entitled, I am a servant. And I know you've heard that before, but I just want to give this to you in a little different angle, so maybe it'll go a little deeper. We have heard we are servants hundreds of times, but why don't we completely live this way? It's because we have been programmed for lifetimes that we are enjoyers. When you chant, try to remember that you are praying to Radha and Krsna to help you realize once and for all that you are a servant, not the enjoyer or controller. There's this really beautiful statement by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur where he says that when you realize you're a servant, there's nothing around you that can ever shake that realization. So no matter how much you get in terms of fame or resources or followers or praise or whatever it is that would normally disturb the mind of most people, even a devotee, could be disturbed by these things. When you realize you're a servant, none of that will affect you because that realization is permanent. And so nothing would cause you ever to forget that position that I'm a servant. Now, as you may know, Prabhupada said that his spiritual master, when he was honored and glorified, or when his disciples would pay obeisances, he would say, Dasosmi, I am your servant, because that was his realization. So although he had thousands of followers, he felt, as a spiritual master, I am your servant. That realization was never shaken. So what is the problem that we're dealing with? We understand in our head, I'm a servant, but the tendency to enjoy is deeply impregnated within our heart. And Krishna consciousness, really, if you just want to boil it down to something simple, is a process of purification in which we're hoping someday to come to the realization that I'm a servant, I'm not an enjoyer. And I know that sounds simple, but actually if you meditate on it, deeply, you'll get a lot of realization about what that means, because that I'm enjoyer, I'm the controller, it's deeply rooted. And that is the nature of God, enjoyer and controller. So the nature of God is deeply rooted within our heart. That's kind of heavy when you think about it. It's deeply rooted, our psyche is deeply conditioned with God consciousness, God imitation consciousness, not God consciousness, but God imitation consciousness. So this desire to enjoy, which seems so innocent, or the desire to control, which seems so innocent, but not used directly in Krishna's service, is the God complex. That's the complex we developed for millions of lifetimes. Then it seems innocent, as I said, but it's not innocent, it's insidious. It's what we're using to battle with Krishna, to claim things as ours that belong to him, to try to squeeze out enjoyment from something which is meant to be offered to him. So every time we're thinking, I can enjoy this rather than I can offer this to Krishna, that God imitation complex is affecting us. So it seems like a little thing, just I want to enjoy, I want to be happy. But deep down in our psyche, that's the mentality of, well, that's Krishna's position. He can enjoy everything, everything is his. And we're Prakriti, enjoyed. So our mentality is everything is Krishna's for his enjoyment. But when we don't have that mentality, then we're in trouble. So servant means, the pure realization of servant is, there's nothing in this world for me to control, enjoy, unless it's in relation to Krishna. Then I will control it for him. I will take it as prasadam, as enjoy it, but independent of him, I won't do it. So that's the definition Prabhupada gave of material. You've taken something and you've separated it from Krishna. Now you think it's yours, and when you think it's yours, you have a right to enjoy it. When you think it's Krishna's, you know you don't have a right to enjoy it because it's his, and it's for his pleasure, just like if you go to your friend's house and they have something, it's theirs, it's for their use. You can't just, let me just take over the house, everything in the refrigerator is mine and I'll cook what I want. No. It's theirs and you have to respect it. So that's how the world is. It's Krishna's. We have to respect it. We can't just take it and call it ours, but he'll give us our quota and then we'll use that quota for him. Yeah, I'll cook at my friend's house for them. That's nice because I see it's theirs, so I'll cook for them. That's different. So, just to summarize this, the first point I made, which is so powerful, when you realize you're a servant, there's nothing in the world that can ever budge you, can ever affect you. In any way that you would forget you're a servant, just even the slightest pinch of desire to control and enjoy and exploit and take advantage, there's nothing would allow that to happen. You're always a servant, no matter how much you're given, how high you go, how much respect you're given. Isn't that amazing? And don't we need more people in the world like that? And isn't it true that all of us as devotees, we need to be this way if we're going to actually do something to change the world? It's true. Think about it. It's powerful. Hare Krishna.